Well, hello and welcome back to our Maserati F1 Managers series, and after today's episode we will be halfway through this 2027 season, as today we are heading to Spain, to Barcelona in 4 days time. There's not going to be much that we do off track in this one, but that comes off the back of a really good race for us in Monaco. We tend to do pretty well in Monaco in this Maserati series, and if you haven't checked that one out, do go back to the previous episode, and of course if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and all of that good stuff if you like the video, and get involved down below in the comments. Because of course last time out in Monaco it was our second victory of the year as Antonelli wins in Monaco, and it's actually his second win in a row there. He won last year. I got a bit confused, I think, during the live stream. I know he'd won in Monaco before. I was thinking Zane Maloney, but I think Zane Maloney got a really good result for us in 2025. Can't remember exactly where he finished, but he did really big things there in Monaco. So we've always gone well in Monaco. Zane Maloney, a great result in 2025. And then Kimi Antonelli's gone back-to-back in 2026 and 2027. So yeah, only our second win of 2027. Franco Colapinto also got a win in Bahrain. But Max Verstappen still finished P2. So we do gain on Max, but it's not by too much. And we can have a look at this here. So 6 points because Max got the pole position point again. So currently the gap is 48 points. So it's still within reach, but we need to upgrade this car to try and beat Max. If that wasn't Monaco, Max would have won that race. It's just we could keep him behind on those narrow streets of Monte Carlo. So today is Spain. Have we got a new ATR period? I think we might have, you know. Yes, we have. So let's crack on with some more design. And let's go with that. And drop that minimum lifespan right down. Still seems to be medium speed that we need to improve a little bit on. Let's go for something like that. It's going to be one engineer. And we've got these two finishing in a day, and they are the two that we need to do research on, because I don't think anything else is affected, is it? I think it is just the rear wing and front wing, if I remember correctly. So let's also go for chassis, maybe? Yeah, let's do a chassis. And bring that minimum lifespan right down again. Yeah, DRS effectiveness is pretty bad, isn't it? Let's do that on one engineer. And there we go. So we've got the front wing and rear wing finishing in one day. We might do some emergency manufacture, get them on the car for Barcelona, and then it's going to be quite a while till our next designs. Okay, we've got some contracts finishing. So our head of aeros contract is up for renewal. I think we will renew that. What's he on currently? 2.7 million. I mean, apparently we can give him a wage decrease, but we won't do that. Let's just put the breakout multiplier up. I'll give him 7 days to respond to that. I think Andy Stevenson's contract is up as well, so let's do that. He's carrying on 2.6. I'll just do the same. There we go. Hopefully they both renew. And of course, the board attended the race in Monaco and they got to see our second victory of the year, so they are very happy with that. Here we go. Front wing and rear wing completed. Got 3 days till Spain. So yeah, we could do one emergency on that front wing. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do 2 emergency there. And then we'll also do 1 rushed. That will get both the rear wing and front wing on the cars for Spain. A driver development update. Franco Colapinto is at 81, so he did previously increase from 80 to 81, and this month his braking's gone for 81 to 82. Kimi stays at 85, cornering up from 80 to 81, and adaptability up from 87 to 88. Okay, just getting this front wing and rear wing on both cars then. Hopefully that's going to put us in good stead in Barcelona. Oh, pit crew training for the month, and it's a busy old month. Look at this, 4 races in this 1 month. So we're going to have to go basically just on fatigue reduction. And we're tired there. We're tired there. That's fine. Tired at 39%, which we don't really want. So we want to rest, put a couple more rests in here. Yeah, that's fine. Car building we can get rid of. Yes, we're losing out on a couple of things here. Let us just be balanced on those. Balance there, which is fine. And estimated pit stop time is going to stay the same. So let us just put in some gym training. There we go. That should be pretty good. So looking at cumulative tab, we are 28% tired in Spain. That's a 7% chance of mistake. 7% chance of mistake in Austria. 7% in Silverstone. That should be the same in Hungary. And in terms of total, not really increasing the stats too much because so busy. But again, very slightly decreasing the estimated pit stop time. And chance of, car building we're not too bothered about. I wonder how low you can actually get a pit stop time. Let me know in the comments what your quickest pit stop time has been in F1 Manager. Okay, we're ready for Spain then. 18 for higher on the targets, and I'll meet you as we begin qualifying. Okay, practice in Spain completed, and exactly the same setup for both drivers, 97%. We had an awful practice one, but we recovered well. I think we were at 60 to 70% in that first practice session. So yeah, good to get it up to 97%. So both drivers high in confidence as we go into Q1 in Spain. Okay, Q1 has begun then. About to finish these laps. 21.9 first sector, 22.0, 28.2, 28.3. So Colapinto about 2 tenths behind, we're thinking. As Colapinto sets the pace, 1:11. Oh, it's very close actually in the end. We like that. So just under 2/100ths a second between them. Colapinto went quicker, 21.2 final sector. Yeah, made up that deficit. So very close between our two drivers. Hopefully that's enough to get through to Q2. Okay, less than 2 minutes to go. We have dropped to 9th and 10th. I'm going to risk it. I think there's enough slower cars behind to get through. But we have got Mick Schumacher. Stein's going well as well. We're tumbling down a little bit, but I think we're going to be safe because we've got 5 finishes and Ocon yet to cross the line. So yeah, we will just make it through to Q2. Got a red flag here in Q2. I think that's Sergio Perez. It is indeed. What has happened here then with Perez?
No, I cannot believe this.
Sorry, I'm not speaking there. I've never seen that before. What happened there? Just...
The team glued to the monitors.
That was almost like a suspension failure or... Yeah. Some driveline failure, just went straight into the wall when, yeah, that is very odd. Never seen that before, but Perez is out. We'll continue Q2. Okay, we're out in Q2 here, and Colapinto right on the bubble. He's not improved through sector 1. Anselli has improved. 21.8 first sector, 22.0 for Franco, 28.0, 28.3. Yeah, not looking good for Franco Colapinto. This has been his Achilles heels. Anselli's going to be safely through anyway, but Colapinto looks like it's going to be another Q2 elimination. He's on fresh softs, but it's not going to do the job, I don't think. No, Colapinto qualifies P12. And that has been his problem this year. Qualifies too low and it's given him too much to do in the races. Anselli safely through to Q3, but Colapinto will start P12. This is what it comes down to then. Flying lap in Q3. We've gone quicker through the first sector. We've not gone quicker through the second sector. We are 3 tenths, nearly 4 tenths off pole here. No purples, and as I say, a green and not improving through the middle. So can Anselli improve on his time? If he finds a 10th, he could go up to P2. Anselli across the line. No, he's not going to improve, but for his ambitions of becoming a World Drivers' Champion, Max Verstappen is only P5 here today. So we start ahead of Max. So that's... a blessing, I guess, at least. But it's P4. Lawson looks like he's got himself another pole. He has indeed. So we'll start P4 Anselli and P12 with Franco Colapinto. And full classification then of Q3. Lawson on pole gets an extra point for that. Piastri second. Russell third. Kimi 4th, Max Verstappen 5th, Charles Leclerc 6th, Teo Pourchaire in his Alpine in 7th again. That's another top 10 for him. Ollie Behrman 8th, Lando Norris 9th, and Carlos Sainz 10th. Oscar Piastri qualifying well in that McLaren. It looks like they're finally getting to grips with that car, upgrading it. And yeah, he'll start P2. Let's look at strategy then before getting this one underway. Here we go. Strategy for this one then. Antonelli starts P4. He's going to go for a 2-stop, a soft, medium, soft. We're going to try something a little bit differently with Franco starting in P12. We're going to go for an aggressive undercut. So aggressive with his softs to begin with, hitting that 14, and it will be a 3-stopper going mediums, mediums, then soft. So let's see how it goes as we start this Spanish Grand Prix. So here we go then in Spain. As we get this underway, what can we do from 4th and P12? They're held for quite a while here, but finally we are underway as Lawson gets us underway from pole. It's Piastri and P2 in the McLaren, and as I say, we start P4 with Kimi and P13 with Franco Colapinto. And Kimi, it looks like he's lost out somewhere. Yeah, Verstappen's up 2 places, so that is just not great, is it? Verstappen blistering off the start then. And Max, we said it was good that although we haven't qualified that high up, that he wasn't in P1, but he's gone from P5 to P3 at the start. And yeah, not good stuff at all there to see Max passing, not just ourselves, but Piastri. Piastri, something happened there that maybe we weren't looking at when we were looking at the chat, because he's dropped from 2nd to 4th. Colapinto, though, is up 2 places. He started 12th, he's now up to 10th. And this is on Carlos Sainz. We should see an Aston Martin somewhere. There we are. And then Colapinto's got a couple more because he's up to 9th. So yeah, he got Sainz. Then he got Tsunoda in the Audi. And I think since then, we've now got Behrman in the Williams. So Franco making a blistering start here. Because yeah, we've just gone past Behrman. We should get a replay of that one as well. So we've missed all 3 of Colapinto's moves there as we were focusing up front. But we'll catch it on the replay. There we go. Franco started P12 up to P9, but we are going aggressive on this first stint with him. So we'll see how that goes. Tyres, we haven't even had a chance to look at tyres. So Russell, Lawson on the softs, Verstappen medium, Piastri hard. Maybe that's why Piastri dropped then at the start, because he's on that hard tyre. Quite mixed actually, the grid. Not a lot of hard runners though. And Colapinto now in the slipstream, Charles Leclerc. No DRS because it's the first lap, but that will now be enabled for the next lap. What's Antonelli doing up here? Nothing much. Antonelli is down to P6, which will miss somewhere, but Colapinto this time on Charles Leclerc. Looks like he will get that job done. And he's into P8. And we do get a replay of Norris. So Antonelli started P4. He's now down to P6. Lando Norris, that McLaren's been improved across this year. And Lando into P5. Oh, Antonelli's out wide now and he's losing a lot of time there. Antonelli, get on the track. Oh, Antonelli, what are you doing? Kimi. Why is Kimi playing Farming Simulator? Oh, we're last. Antonelli's last. Thanks. What was that all about, Kimi? Oh, Kimi Antonelli has just lost 16 positions. Here we go. As he gives his Farming Simulator impression. Great lines here. Getting the crops ready for harvest. Great stuff, Kimi. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Kimi goes from 6th down to 22nd. That's a long way back from there now. And Colapinto did pick up the DRS on Pourchaire. That was key because Pourchaire's become cut adrift of the top 5. He's 3.7 behind. We're getting such a good tow. We might actually make a move here into turn 1 alongside Teo Pourchaire. Wow, that Alpine was sluggish down that straight. And Colapinto is now into P6. Is he going to try and reclaim that place? He is. He's on our inside. And Teo Pourchaire moves back past us. Ah, but we're fighting him well. Fighting him very well, Colapinto, and he stays there. But now Teo Pourchaire will get the DRS on us on that long start-finish straight. So we go defensive to the inside, but Pourchaire's got a long run here. I've got to be careful because I think Leclerc might get a clean sweep on the outside. We're going to lose 2 positions here. Leclerc passed us. Leclerc's only on 78% though. But we're all over. Theo Pourchaire now. Finally, this should be the moment. DRS is open. Oh, we're going to switch over to the outside now. Didn't like the inside. Round to the outside, DRS open. And finally, we're going to be past Theo Pourchaire. And we need to close that 1.5 second gap to Leclerc. Hit DRS on him as well. We're going to be struggling though on that start-finish straight unless we can get into Leclerc's DRS, which I don't think we're going to be quite close enough. It's nearly under a second. It is under a second now. No, it's not. It's close. Don't quite think we're there. So this is going to be a struggle to keep Pourchaire behind. Yeah, there he goes. We're going to lose out to 2 Alpines because why is Colapinto just moving over off the racing line again? He gave them the slipstream. Ah, Franco. And Leclerc has just been overtaken by both Alpines. Why is Leclerc suddenly just turned into a tractor there? Colapinto got a chance on Leclerc on the inside. Leclerc has lost about 3 positions now. We are the first in, and that'll give us a chance of the undercut. Hopefully a nice clean stop from the boys and girls down at Maserati. K-Mag further down the field is coming in as well. Antonelli is past Stroll. We can't have a look at that though because we want to see the stop. 1.9. Lovely work. And hopefully that should be some nice clean air. And there we go, Antonelli ahead of Stroll. Momentarily though, because Stroll is going to get the DRS, so he might be giving that back to Lance Stroll. Got to try and stick it in there if he can. I think Stroll is going to end up reclaiming that. That's frustrating. But Colapinto is going to have nice clean air now.
I am trying.
That's exactly what he needs.
Focus on our race.
So he's on his way. And Antonelli has stayed ahead of Stroll. So that's good. That's good work. Bortoletto into the pits. Mick Schumacher into the pits. Hopefully Ocon will be into the pits here as well. And he is. So that's going to help release Antonelli. Because Maloney will not get the DRS now. So Antonelli's going to move up a few here because those boxing and he gets the DRS.
You're doing a good job with the tires.
So Antonelli, as I say, we're trying to go a little bit longer now. Well, actually, he's staying on track with his first stop, but he's going longer than most because he's on a 2-stopper. So hopefully this is going to work for him. Russell was leading the race, wasn't he, I believe? So that's the race leader into the pits. But this should be Franco Colapinto. Getting past Lance Stroll quite easily here.
Are you ready?
We're on 90% fresh medium, Stroll down to 34% on his softs, and there we go, DRS assisted. Colapinto moves into P15. And Antonelli is 5 seconds behind Russell and yet to make a stop, so you can see how crucial that error was from Antonelli early on. Antonelli, his podium streak, I think is going to come to an end here due to his mistake early on, unless he gets lucky with a safety car, red flag, something like that today. And we do have a yellow flag. It's just a spin though, so that's not going to be a safety. Look to be Ollie Behrman perhaps. Yeah, Ollie Behrman. Let's just see this on the outside. It looks like we're getting that one done. But yeah, Ollie Behrman in the Williams in 2027. He's had a spin. And we have got that move done on Maloney. So we're now 3.6 off our teammate Antonelli. Antonelli yet to stop, of course. And Antonelli's going to be asked not to fight his teammate here. Because we're on a different strategy. There's Leclerc. And there we go. Antonelli gets out of the way nicely. And yeah, Leclerc's going to be a little bit back. So that is a nice little undercut we've got there. Kimi's made up some good time despite needing to pit. Yeah, we'll see where he now comes out. He might be right at the back again, but at least he's going to be on a nice fresh tyre now, Kimi. Hopefully a nice clean stop for him. As Hadjar and Pourchaire pit as well. Colapinto's already passed them though, so that undercut has worked wonders for Franco. 1.9 again, under 2 seconds. We like that.
You will have Ocon at exit of pit lane.
Alpine with a bold double stack. Yeah, they did. They were right on each other, so they've surely lost time there, I'd imagine. We should have jumped on that, but yeah, I think they would have... Portier looks like he's had to wait there because he's lost out a bit. Antonelli, is he going to stay out against Lance Stroll here? He is. So, in terms of that first round, he dropped to 22nd, but now on a net stop, he has jumped at least 2 cars, and he's got a tyre advantage. So, Antonelli, come back to get to points, I think. We've got to try and get some points with Kimi. There's still a chance of that.
3.5.
Colapinto, though, he's actually jumped Lando, hasn't he, in that undercut as well? As we're getting past Carlos Sainz there. Sainz yet to stop. He's on the hards, obviously going for a 2-stop. Sainz fighting it back. Lawson into the pits now. Well, Carlos Sainz is really fighting this, isn't he? Jeez, Carlos, calm down. He's in front of his home crowd and he's trying to put on a show. We'll get DRS, though, because we're behind at detection zone. That's nice. That's worked out well. Albon into the pits. Lawson into the pits. Lawson was fighting for the lead of this race, so we might get a hell of an undercut on him. No, not quite. Colapinto then, P6. Tsunoda still needs to stop. So does Verstappen and Piastri. So Colapinto is definitely going to be in the top 5 after the first rounds of stops here. Right, so Colapinto is within the DRS of Lawson, but Lawson's just stopped on his sauce, but it's because Tsunoda's holding him up a bit. Tsunoda's yet to pit, and Tsunoda's not going to pit this lap. Hopefully we can get Tsunoda as well. We can just follow Liam Lawson through here. Oh, good go on the inside. Tsunoda's a bit of the sandwich here. A bit like Schumacher and Hakkinen back in the day. Not as bold as that. But there we go. Colapinto into P5. And here's Piastri and Verstappen. And Colapinto is going to be ahead of them as well. What about Lando Norris? He's going to be right in the thick of this. Carlos Sainz still on those hards, getting a nice toe. And Norris is behind his teammate. Piastri's put on some used softs there at 90%. And we are somehow up to P3. So we've got a mega undercut there. But as I say, some of this grid will be on a 2-stopper. We are very much set for a 3-stopper with Franco Colapinto. Oh, I'd imagine Piastri is just going to swing by us here. I'm not sure. I don't know who we're racing now. It's all up in the air at the moment. Verstappen's flying behind us. Can we try and stick with Oscar for a few laps? Antonelli's just not gaining on those ahead of him, but are they using more tyres? Yes, they probably are. So, yeah, we've got to hope Antonelli's on 2-stopping and most of the grid are 3-stopping, and that might get Antonelli back to the points. So, Franco's going to come in this lap. .8 second stop. Nice work. Where's he going to come out, though? That's the big thing here. Oh, this could be nice, clean air here. That's worked out well, hasn't it? Good stop from McLaren. Hadjar should come into the pits, I think. Yes, he does. That'll give us... will we get DRS? Not sure we will. No, because he pitted before the detection is after the pit. Where's Piastri? So we undercut Piastri last time, and we're undercutting him again. But again, I think it's around the same margin, isn't it? What did Piastri have on? He's got mediums. Will he try and get those to the end, though? It's 26 laps. The deg is high around here. It's going to be interesting. So Lawson, I think, will now lose the lead of this race to George Russell. Colapinto's not far off Lawson. Colapinto's actually going to jump Liam Lawson here. Momentarily. I think we did last time, didn't we, actually? But again, as I say, they're the same sort of gaps, so... yeah, I don't think we're really going to stay in this top 5. And we're just going to forward on chat to those next pit stops. Lawson is going to get past Colapinto, because we're not really fighting Lawson, especially at this phase of the race. Max Verstappen into the pits. Where does he come out? He's a little bit further back this time, though, isn't he? A lot further back. Because Antonelli is nearly past him as well. He is 10 seconds behind Colapinto, so that's a nice little undercut. Piastri, who was 3 seconds back, has clawed that down to 1.8. Verstappen's on the hards though, so he's going to go to the end. I think Piastri with his tyre wear there, only down to 90%. I think Piastri's going to go to the end. So we are going to be a net pit stop behind these guys. I think it's looking like they're on a 2-stopper. And we're obviously on a 3 with Franco. And Colapinto is on Charles Leclerc, and we were fighting him once upon a time in this race, and we're swinging on by. Leclerc yet to stop for the second time. Colapinto moves up to P4. Yes, as Lando Norris finally pits. That will, for a brief second, put Franco Colapinto into P3, but Oscar Piastri is going to come sailing by us, and we'll be down to P4. And I forgot Antonelli's still pushing on the fuel, so that's going to have to conserve a little bit. All right, Antonelli then, this is going to be his final stop of the day. He's on a 2-stopper. And we've got just over the final third of this race to go. .1, that's our slowest stop of the day. Let's see where we come out. Tsunoda's going to be past us. Albon's 10, yeah, he's past us. Perez, I think, will be past us as well. Yeah, we're going to come out just behind Perez here. So we're on the soft tyre. Hold on though. Tsunoda's got to stop again.
At the moment we have P15.
So is Perez. So is Albon.
In front you have Perez.
So that's 3 positions we're going to get straight away and move up to 12th. Gasly's got to stop. Bortoletto. I think Antonelli will be in 10th place once they all stop. So I think points are back on the menu for Kimi. Franco Colapinto then, his final stop of the day as well. Albon's picked up some damage out there. 2.1 again, but we take that. Can't always have a 1.8 second stop. Verstappen struggling. If we can beat Verstappen with Colapinto, that would be handy. Get Antonelli to Verstappen, that would be even better, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Norris has passed us. There's Leclerc. He's on hards though. I think we're going to be all right on Charles. And we'll just attack to get some temps into there. Antonelli is now on Perez. We didn't quite get DRS there, which is a shame because we might have to sit behind him for a few more corners. And then he's got this traffic of Albon, Hadjar and Gasly. Hadjar doesn't need to pit again. Albon and Gasly do, which will allow us to attack Hadjar. So yeah, I think Antonelli's definitely going to get back into the points after all this. And he's having a look on Perez on the inside. This would be nice to get it done here. And I think he is going to get it done. Antonelli then moves in to P13. We'll use a little bit of battery just to defend on the next DRS zone. And it's 3.2 to Albon. But Albon, hopefully, will be pitting at the end of this lap. And Colapinto has passed Bortoletto then, as well at the same time. And we get a nice little replay of that.
And we're watching the action closely here.
On the inside then, Bortoletto yet to stop, so that's easy work. Franco into P6. Right, Antonelli's broken the DRS to Perez. Is Albon coming into the pits? Gasly has come into the pits, and we saw Bortoletto coming into the pits. Perez pits behind. So this should release Antonelli into the points. Bortoletto's still in as well, so we're quite a bit ahead of Bortoletto. So we're into P10. Still, yeah, that was all of them we mentioned. The 5, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the 5. So we're into P10. So if he gets some overtakes done, potentially he could get to P8, Antonelli. He could salvage himself 4 points today, which would be better than what it was looking like earlier. So here we go. DRS, Antonelli on Hadjar. This will be for P9. And we've got Maloney coming out of the pits, who we're about to lap. He's going to get in the way of this fight, though. Get out of the way, then, Zane. Yeah, he's out of the way. Right, that's good. Right, Antonelli into P9. 2 seconds off Teo Porcher. Good tyre advantage on him. So Antonelli definitely, I think, is on for P8. Leclerc's 5 seconds up the road. That might be a little bit harder to do. Colapinto, though, only 2.7 off Max. Oh, we're not staying on board, though. We're flipping over to Antonelli because he's already on Teo Porcher. Antonelli has found the pace in the closing stages, and he's into P8. Kimi's on the road now in P8, and he's absolutely flying. And it's Charles Leclerc, next man up the road. On softs, yeah, Antonelli on softs, Leclerc on hards. There's a chance, but it is 5.6 seconds. Right, Franco. This is a big one, though, on Max Verstappen. DRS having a look on the inside of Max, not quite there. Don't want him to do the overtake before the DRS here. I'd rather get the DRS. That's better. Right, now we'll deploy. This should be pretty easy work. Max's gearbox, absolutely a bag of bits here. And there we go. See you later, Max Verstappen. DRS assisted. And Colapinto is into the top 5. Because Franco has arrived on Lando Norris. And we're looking to get past Lando and claim P4 in this race. It's be a big old confidence booster for Franco. He's outshined a lot from Kimi, but Kimi does make more mistakes. But Kimi can make up with it with his raw pace. Franco not as pacey, but less mistakes. Sainz has got an issue down there in Aston Martin. He's down in 19th as it is. Right, here we go. DRS then on Lando Norris. Switch to the outside. I think this should be pretty easy work for Franco. And he is moving into P4. Can we break the DRS? And fastest lap of the race for Franco Colapinto. We used all the battery in doing that, but it was worth it because we've broken the DRS to Lando Norris. Antonelli has arrived on Charles Leclerc. And Verstappen's fault is getting worse. Will Verstappen even see this race out if he retires? That's going to be big news for us. Antonelli on the inside, DRS and battery assisted. And we are going to move up to P7 with Kimi. And he's only 3.5 seconds. I think we're going to get Max quite comfortably here. Max is really struggling. He's on the hards. He's got a broken gearbox. And Antonelli looks like he'll actually outscore Max in this race, which, yeah, was unbelievable to think that earlier on in the race, but I think it's pretty much going to happen. Colapinto, only 6.6 off Piastri. Could we get a podium? Is there a sneaky podium here? I think we might just run out of time, but we'll wait and see on that. But this surely will be the moment on which Antonelli is going to pass the man that leads the Drivers' Championship. And the DRS opens now. We feel the speed on board. We get the slipstream. We pull out to the inside. Past the 4-time world champion, who's looking to become a 5-time world champion here in 2027. But his gearbox, as I said, let him down today. And Antonelli is now into the top 6.
Norris in front.
Anyway, got within 3.6 of Piastri. Russell is being unlapped. Yeah, he's being unlapped. Is that Perez? Yeah, Perez unlapped. But Russell, his tyres have gone. And Liam Lawson is going to win a race here in 2027. I believe it might be his first ever win. Russell's tyres well and truly have gone. Piastri will certainly be eating into that, but it's not going to be enough to get to him on this final lap. But yes, the Kiwi man is going to win his first race. Pretty sure it's his first race. Warrior Franco Fuel. Yeah, I think I just got onto that. I will just go conserve just in case. Just with both of them. I think we're pretty fine on that though.
Suggest lift off. Copy.
Ram, thanks for the follow. Israel, thanks for the follow. But yeah, we're watching Liam Lawson here, who's going to win in Spain. He's got a lot of traffic that he's currently lapping. But he's come out on top. Leclerc has got Max Verstappen, yeah, so Verstappen down to P8, which is very good for us in the Drivers' Championship. We'll have a look at that championship very shortly. But Liam Lawson for Red Bull, back in Red Bull in this universe. And the Kiwi has won by 3 seconds from George Russell. Oscar Piastri is going to come home in P3 for that McLaren that's improving all the time this year. And Franco Colapinto, great drive from him. He started P12, don't forget. And he's up to P4, just misses out on the podium, but gains 8 places to P4. That's good work from him. Lando Norris 5th, and Antonelli, poor race entry from him because he started P4, and because of a mistake, he went right to the back of the grid. If we review his race from there, really good recovery, but starting P4, what could have been today as well with Max struggling, he could have really ate in to that. But it finishes then with Lawson on the top step, Russell P2, Piastri P3, and our 2 drivers, Colapinto P4 and Antonelli P6. Look at that. Liam Lawson from pole as well, so he would have got a point for pole. You get a point for pole here in 2027. He wins it from pole. George Russell up 1 to second. Piastri drops 1 to third, but as we said, up 8 places. Franco Colapinto to finish P4. That's good work from him. Lando up 4 as well for McLaren. Kimi started P4, dropped right to the back of the grid, recovered to P6. Leclerc 7th. Max Verstappen gearbox issue means he only finished P8. Gabriel Bortoletto up 5 for Mercedes, and Teo Pourchaire holds on for a point for Alpine. Drivers' Championship then, so as I say, it's a funny one in the end because both of the top 2 don't really score many points, but Kimi does at least gain on Max, which didn't look likely when he dropped to the back of the grid. So Max Verstappen now on 190 points, Kimi Antonelli on 146 points. So the gap is now, what's that, 44 points, I make that? Yeah, 44 points. I think, yeah, it was 48. I think I might have said 38 earlier on the stream. So it's 48 points the gap. It's now 44 with 10 to go, I think. So halfway through. So still doable for us to become a world champion this year. Something else that's new for 2027 is Max has won 6 of the 9. Well, he had won 6 of the 8. The other 2 races was a Maserati in Kimi and Franco. So we do have a new winner, of course, this year, which is Liam Lawson. So other than Max and the 2 Maseratis, we do get a new winner today. Franco is P3. He's got 12 points today, so he gains 4 on his teammate. Still 30 back on Kimi, but good work from Franco. Russell goes to the top 4, but he's absolutely dominating Charles Leclerc this year. I don't know what's going on with Charles, but he's not having a good time at Ferrari. Lando drops to 5th. Lawson up to 2nd. Look at that, 64 points all year. Takes 26 today, so he's starting. I think he must. I think his overall must be improving, and that's helping him in the car because he's now up to 64 points. Piastri drops to 7th. Ollie Behrman, no points for Williams today. He remains in 8th. Bortoletto 9th, and say Leclerc 10th on 23. He's got 23 points for Ferrari. Russell has 98, and Russell's got 2 podiums. Leclerc none. Rest of your point scorers in 27 is Perez, Yuki Tsunoda, Stroll, Teo Pourchaire picks up another point today, Albon, Mick Schumacher, Pierre Gasly, and K-Mag. Isaac Hadjar, no points, but he does get a better position overall across these quarter races to jump Carlos Sainz. So it's Hadjar, Sainz, Ocon, and Maloney yet to score. Constructors and Red Bull take points out of us because although Max struggled, Liam Lawson took the win. So this, I thought we were actually going to sail away with this because earlier on in the season, Max, yeah, he was winning, but Lawson was getting like 1 and 2 points. So with us finished 2nd and 3rd most races, I thought that, yeah, this Constructors would be a little bit easier than this, but it's not going to be now. It's very much going to be a fight because it's just 8 points now between ourselves and Red Bull. So we've got a fight on to win the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. That was the target this year. And it might not happen, so we might. Don't know what I'm doing for this series yet, whether we do a 4th year, but if we don't win the Constructors or Drivers' Championship, I think we'll definitely have to do a 4th year. McLaren RP3, Ferrari P4, close in points between those 2 today. Williams scored nothing today though, so it means Mercedes move within 7 points. Audi are on 28, Alpine get another point, they're in 8th. RB have 5. Aston Martin having a poor season on 2 points and has yet to score. At the end, what a really good race for Franco Colapinto. Started P12, gets to P4, consistent all the way. He always is. He's not flashy in terms of raw pace, but doesn't make many mistakes. And he did well to get P4. Kimi, as they started P4, dropped right to the back of the grid. Really bad start, but actually the recovery was really well from him. And if he didn't have that issue, I think he would have been well on the way to a podium, if not challenging for the win with Max's issue. So what could have been, but hey-ho, that's how it goes. We've got 4 days till Austria. That'll be the next one as we continue this Maserati F1 Manager Series.